evening and ran across this signing by the Indiana Fever. And I was like, my goodness, what are we doing exactly? Now, I would think, look, I'm in Texas.
In the world, but she's going to be really damn good. I'll tell you that. But the thing is, she got to be prepared for is and be ready for night in and night out that she's going to be playing against somebody just as good as her.
This player, ironically, is from Texas, and she takes a blatant shot at Texans in her timeline. The Indiana Fever just signed.
She's going to have a target on her back. You heard what Taurasi said. I mean, it's kind of like almost, I wish, some of the older players, retired and current players would embrace this because look what she's done to the women's game. She's uplifted it.
Did you see that moment when Caitlin Clark got smacked in the eye and the ref just stood there? The bruise was visible on national TV, but somehow the whistle stayed silent. No call, no foul, nothing. This isn't just one bad call. We've collected every missed call against Clark this season, and what we found is honestly shocking. The pattern is so obvious that even opposing coaches are starting to notice. You won't believe what the footage reveals when we break it down frame by frame. You think that eye hit was just one bad call? Look at what happens when we put all the evidence together. Let's break down exactly what's happening to Caitlin Clark on the court. This isn't just some rookie getting normal treatment. We're seeing a systematic pattern of no calls that's getting more obvious with each game the Fever plays.
And created one in a lab to have your team sign that could bring in and torch your locker room. I mean, literally come in, light it on fire, and burn the entire locker room down.
Yeah, if you watched the draft, like, come on for the first time. Like, you're going to watch her first game when she plays. I'm going to watch it.
Did you not watch her last 3 college games?
Yeah, absolutely.
You just did.
And I never done that
You
before.
did.
I never watched the girls' game.
Are we in a situation now with the Indiana Fever? Does their front office understand exactly what their new fan base is? And by new fan base, I mean actual fans.
Final Four.
Yeah.
We started watching from first round that she played. So, they got to embrace this somehow, the older players, retired players, because of what she's done for the game, for the girls' basketball game. Now,
these aren't random missed whistles. When you watch the footage game after game, you start to see something that honestly feels deliberate. Remember that August 28th game? Alyssa Thomas absolutely bulldozed Clark with a shoulder check that sent her flying to the floor. Any basketball fan watching that collision expected at least a flagrant 1 call. But what did the refs do? Just a common foul. That's it. Meanwhile, other players around the league get flagrant calls for way less contact. I'm talking barely grazing someone's arm, and the whistle blows loud and proud. But slam into the rookie sensation, no big deal apparently, and that was just the beginning. Fast forward to September 11th when Jackie Young hit Clark directly in the face. The replay shows it clear as day. Direct contact that sent Clark stumbling backward. The crowd saw it, the coaches saw it, everyone watching at home saw it. The arena erupted in boos when the refs only called a common foul. Are you kidding me? If that exact same contact had happened to a veteran star, the whistles would have blown instantly, maybe even with a flagrant review. But wait, it gets worse. On August 18th, we witnessed something that crossed a major line. During a timeout, not even during play, Skylar Diggins-Smith straight up shoved Clark, just pushed her. And what did the refs do? Absolutely nothing. 0 consequences, no technical foul, no warning, nothing. Now flip the script for a second. Imagine if Clark had done that to a veteran player. The rookie would have been hit with a technical, maybe even ejected, and we'd be hearing about her attitude problem for weeks.
Look, I think this team's going to be a lot better. I know Stephanie White's trying to build defense. I get it. Find it somewhere else. I'm just going to keep it real here. Find it somewhere else.
Approach it, and I don't think Caitlin is approaching it as I'm getting ready to take this league over by storm. I don't think she's approaching it that way. She's going to approach it with caution.
Officially. And yeah, I'm saying we because you got a 70% new fan base that is not like the previous WNBA fans. Sorry, not sorry. Keeping it real, whatever.
Going to cash in on the endorsement side the way she is in her rookie season. It's just not. So you're going to have people saying to themselves, we ain't ready to lock her down. It's not gonna be easy. Everybody ain't just gonna.
Speaking of technicals, on that very same day, Clark got tied up for what? For lightly hitting the padding on the backboard after missing a shot. That's it. A normal reaction of frustration that players show all the time. Diana Taurasi has done similar things, and worse, throughout her career with no consequences. But when Clark does it, technical foul immediately. The double standard is so obvious it's painful to watch. The most concerning incident might be from May 20th. Clark was running through what appeared to be a normal basketball play when she encountered a screen so hard it caused her to roll her ankle. Now, hard screens happen in basketball. That's part of the game. But this one crossed the line into dangerous territory. Did the refs blow the whistle? Nope. And this isn't just about fairness anymore. It's about player safety. When officiating becomes so inconsistent that a player's physical well-being is at risk, something needs to change. What makes all of this so frustrating is how these no calls are having real consequences. The Fever are fighting for position in a tight playoff race, and these missed calls aren't just unfair, they're potentially season-altering. Every possession matters, every point matters, and when Clark gets hammered with no whistle while trying to create for her team, it doesn't just hurt her stats, it hurts the entire team's chances. Think about the cumulative effect. Clark gets hit in the face, no call, gets bulldozed, common foul, gets shoved during a timeout, nothing, lightly taps the backboard.
I would love to see a demographic on the politics and the fandom of the Indiana Fever and Iowa fans and all that. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, everybody ain't gonna just allow her to just shoot threes. They gonna try to do what they can to defend her. And then those assists, they're gonna make her show that she can pass the ball.
This league and these teams are clueless. I mean, look, you can say a lot about Caitlin Clark's politics or whatever, but she's never blatantly come out.
So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. I think she'll do well. I just don't know how well. That's when I have to go to Paul and go to WNBA women that I know.
Technical. The message being sent is crystal clear. The rookie sensation isn't going to get the same protection other stars receive. She's going to have to earn her whistles, apparently by absorbing an unprecedented amount of contact. And you know what's really telling? When you put these incidents side by side with how other players are officiated, the contrast couldn't be more stark. Veterans get the benefit of the doubt, stars get protection calls. But Clark, she's playing with a different rule book entirely. When it comes to the officiating situation, even Coach Christie Sides isn't staying quiet anymore. She came right out and said it. We've just got to get better with the officiating. We've got to get some of those calls. And she's absolutely right. This isn't some minor issue affecting just one player. It's undermining the entire integrity of the WNBA. Think about what's at stake here. The Indiana Fever are fighting for playoff position right now, and these questionable calls aren't just annoying. They could literally determine whether they make the postseason or not. Every possession matters. Every point counts. And when officials consistently apply different standards, it changes the outcome of games. The real question we should be asking isn't whether Clark is being targeted. The evidence speaks for itself. It's why the league continues to allow this pattern to persist without addressing it. Is this just standard rookie treatment, or is something else going on? Drop a comment below with what you've noticed about the officiating when Clark steps on the court.